You're welcome to the first ever episode of Literature and Life. On this space, we discuss everything book, the fears people have, we discuss their emotions, we also discuss the kind of things people talk about but are unable to express. I'm your host for today, Agnes Omotayo, and I am with a very important person today. Her name is Esther Oyeleye. She is the author of Dear Mom. And on today's episode, we'll be diving into this book and looking at how it reflects on not just the society, but on the girl child. Today is not just about book, but it's about life. Welcome, Esther.
Thank you,
And it's
Agnes.
so exciting that we will be beginning with this story because it's a very personal one.
Yeah.
Welcome. So, would you like to tell us about yourself?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Oyeleye Esther Eniola. I'm a writer. I'm a poet, and you know, I think that's all I can say for now.
That is all you want to say about yourself. She is much more than that. Yes, she's a fantastic writer. She's an educator. She's an entrepreneur. So she does like a lot more than she's telling us right now. We would like to delve into this book. And what caught my attention, first of all, was that Dear Mom started in a very warm, haunting kind of way, like a voice crossing over to the afterlife. So, what brought about this opening?
Okay. Thank you, Agnes, for that question. Apparently, I started that story with afterlife. Something haunting because the main character felt like, oh, I am dying. Do you understand? So I should be able to talk about what I have experienced and express myself, knowing fully well that nobody is coming back to ask me that, oh, what happened? Why did this? Nobody is coming to shut me up. After narrating my story, I'm gone.
So, it's relatively like saying there is no longer shame. I can now finally express how I feel. No one is coming back to ask me questions, to say, why didn't you speak up? It's all gone. Just let me tell my story and move on.
Exactly.
That's quite beautiful, yeah, and intriguing because that introduction was so haunting, and you just want to know what next. Why is this person in such a dark place? What could have happened to bring about this kind of expression, this kind of emotion? It's a strong one. I must tell you, it's a strong one. When I read it, I was like, are we sure we are safe? Let us know what is going on because I'd read books in the past and they take us from the sequence of, oh, maybe this person growing up, blah, 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 then we get to that. But right from the beginning, we're already anticipating. And that's, I must say, is a beautiful and intriguing one.
Thank you,
You're
Agnes.
welcome. There is a recurring tension in the book between wanting to keep silent and wanting to speak up. Like, I want to let the world know that this is what I'm going through. But at the same time, I want to keep quiet. So that's tension of balance. I mean, tension of silence and wanting to be heard. Is it a kind of because I read it and I'm like, is this some kind of the girl child crying out from within? So is there like an element of your childhood in that little circle?
Hmm. That question is very deep and personal. So,
Do you mind sharing?
yeah, I don't mind sharing actually because while writing the book, I didn't want to share everything. You've said it all, that there was like a tension. Should I say everything? Like, I actually withheld a lot of things, you know? And basically, the story is not about me, it's just me creating a character that would understand me, like a friend, someone that shares the same pain, the same experience, at least someone that would tell me that, oh, Eniola, I understand what you went through. So it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. That's all I can say because I don't want to feel emotional right now.
You wrote with so much softness. How did you achieve that? Because the use of language, use of diction, tone, it's a lot. So bringing them perfectly together, that's blend and being able to steer the needed emotion is a lot of work and good work, I must say.
Oh,
So how did
thank
you
you.
achieve that?
Okay. I didn't want the pain to scream. I wanted it to, do you get? Pain is loud, but healing can be silent.
It
Do you get?
happens in the dark,
Exactly.
behind the
Yeah.
scene.
So I wrote the book to express myself at first. And then at some point, I saw it as a way to heal. So I made it, you know, in a very soft and, calm way.
So it was like comforting yourself that, oh, while I'm writing, there is comfort in writing. It's more or less like you started it off as keeping a diary.
Exactly.
Yeah, then it blossomed to something exceptional.
Exactly. I literally cried while writing the book. Like, I read it again. I was like, no, don't tell me you can actually relate with what this character went through. Like, damn girl, you're a strong woman.
I know, right? But when I read that book, I was like, this one don't come too much like this. This one don't come because and that's another beautiful thing about literature. You're reading a piece of work and you can relate on many levels because there are various themes, then there's a subject matter that crowns it all, and you might not relate to everything, but you can relate to at least one or two of the things, and it helps us to also see that in this world we are not just a peg dropped in one place. Our expressions, how we feel, our fear, our fright, um, the things we aspire to be,
Everything all
everything.
together.
There's a circle. So we all have that same expression, that same feeling. Just that one person might be able to tell it than the other, and at times it's not even about one person telling it than the other. At times it's one person telling it exactly how they felt, and someone else can relate entirely. Like,
Exactly.
this is me, but you're not the author. You probably didn't experience that. Which takes me to the next question: that how does literature mirror life? So we are seeing life in its essence as we read. Like, it's opening up. The button is there. I'm like, at times I can't find words for it. You are the writer here, so maybe you will help me. I can't find words for it because one minute someone is experiencing something, written about it. The next minute someone picks it up, reads, and can relate entirely. The mirroring is like back to back.
Back to back.
It's not, and it's not even a case of it does not look alike. They are little different. Most times exactly the same, exactly the same, and it wows me every time. What can you say about that?
Okay, right from when we're in secondary school, we're taught that, oh, literature is a creative work of art, an imaginative work of art, yeah, that mirrors life. And then again, when I started doing my master's in University of Lagos, one of my lecturers told me that you won't believe if I tell you that reality is deeper than fiction. Most things that we read in fiction, I'm like, oh, it is not possible. My darling, it is very
Very
possible. Like, things are
possible.
happening.
When I read Adana, I was I didn't know how to express I don't know how to express it. But I stopped reading it at some point. Like, this is too dark. This author is it you really want us to hold us by the neck to finish this book? Is that why you have to have this twist here and there? Then a couple of weeks back, we are hearing of stories of these, stories of that,
Ah,
and it brought back to my memory that someone had written about this, and I said it was too much.
that is not even
That
possible.
this person is the author is overdoing.
Ha.
Not that I love that book personally. It's brought me like I was in my feelings, but at the same time, I was like, this is way too much. This can happen to one person.
Says
They
who?
did you
Says
kill
who?
Jesus kind of thing. But it's shocking that people have experienced such and have experienced more. And if we are not careful in the society we live in right now, people would keep experiencing the same thing and more.
Should I tell you something? When you read Dear Mom, or for those people that are going to read it, you'll be like, oh, this is too much. But believe me,
People are
what
saying it.
happened, what
People are saying
actually
shaggy.
happened to the main character is just like a tip of an iceberg to what I experienced. So when you're saying that is too much, what will not happen when I tell the full story? Like, okay, let me just explain, let me just tell you how
We have
it's
a
it
lot of
went.
work to do as a society. If
Hmm.
our works of art, our literatures, yes, we can't go through life being all happy and jovial, and yes, sad things happen. But there are certain things I personally believe are avoidable. If everyone can work hand in hand to make it happen, you are the adult here. This person knows she's the mom here. This person knows she's the dad here. Like, we just stick to being that. Okay, there's no need sticking, because if we say stick, it means you are trying to act out. But just have that sense of morality,
Hmm.
that's principles and values that helps us to be human, like humanity first above every other thing.
And that is why this podcast is, here for everyone to
We
learn
gonna
and,
discuss literature and life. This book sits on a lineage of stories that explores childhood trauma and pain. Um, for example, we have Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye. I read that book. It like I don't read a lot of book where
you shall like trauma. Why?
no. There is this general thing that people say about African authors and trauma bonding. Like, I've read a lot of
Hmm.
African literature, that there is a lot of sadness, darkness. And you're like, what is happening? But just like we said, literature mirrors life. So, to some extent, yes, we are good people. We have our culture, we have our ideology, but at the same time, it's mirroring what we are
Yeah, we
currently
are
facing in our
experiencing.
society. So, what that means is that we need to do is sit back and actually think about how these things can, how we can like retract, go back in
Hmm.
step, and make changes where need be, kind of thing. So, I read Tony's Bluest Eye, and I don't know. Same with this book, the one Born on Tuesday.
Born and
My
Saved by
God,
Innocent John.
I'd never read any book up until the time I read that book. I'd never read any book that is situated in the north. So it was a big eye opener. And I saw how children were being used for the purpose of
For
the rich,
selfish
for
reason.
selfish reason, for politics.
Hmm.
And
All in the name of religion.
so there was in that Born on Tuesday, there was a lot to unpack. So, coming from that lineage of authors that explored this type of book, I mean, this type of theme, that's childhood pain and trauma, would you categorically say, can you rather categorically state that there is any, or you have any author that had inspired you to write that way, or you love their vocabulary use, or the tone, the way they had made use of your addiction in expressing or bringing their work of art or their literature to life.
There is something we call, anxiety of influence. It's a theory by Harold Bloom. There is always something that influences your writing, your choice of word, the way you choose to, narrate your story. And for me, I would say Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo. And Elon Abila's Oil on Water.
Whoa.
It's those two books made me understand how people deal with trauma, how people, mask it. Do you get? Sometimes the happiest people on earth are the saddest people.
Because they just
They hide under that
appear
facade that,
to
oh,
be
I'm
happy.
fine, I'm good, and they live in denial. It's under psychology, psychoanalysis.
Mm.
Do you get? Where you use denial as coping mechanism. Do you get? And then reading Stay With Me helped me to, not see it from the point of view of the victim alone. Look at Yejide. Yejide neglected her son, a child. Not because she doesn't love the child, but she was so scared that, oh, I've been losing my children.
Myself.
What if this one dies? So because of that fear,
Fear.
she ran. If somebody had told Yejide's son that, oh, your mother left you, he would have been furious. Like, why would my mother do that? But let's not forget to listen to the mother side of the story, because they are mothers too.
And she was first a child.
Exactly. Before she became a
Before.
mother.
Yeah.
So those two books actually influenced my writing. And, from my writing, I just talked about the victim alone, right? But let's leave the remaining till next time. Let me stop there for now.
It's not a smart thing to just be a writer. You can't know theory, join. Literary theories, join. It's not a smart thing.
Hey,
Ballers.
scholar.
Ballers.
You're a scholar. Stop it.
You don't even know which school I go.
Don't go. We both know, right?
Don't know you. I don't know you. I've never seen you in my life. Oh my God. So moving on. There's a tender relationship between sadness and memory. Can you say that at times when we want to forget about pain, the memory just keeps reoccurring no matter how we try? This one will be laughing.
No, because that's the truth. People tell me that, oh, Eniola is very sensitive. She gets angry easily. Like any small thing like this, I just get hungry. There is something that actually triggers me to do that. Growing up as a child, I didn't have a good childhood experience. Like, oh my God, you needed to see me then. Am I beautiful? Yes. So then, then people will be like, oh, Eniola is very ugly. They cannot hide that feeling.
They just say it to your face.
No, it's so obvious. Do you get that? So writing became the escape route. Like, I write about love because I felt people do not love me enough. I wanted to be seen, I wanted to be heard, I wanted to be loved, and love was the only thing I wanted at that moment. So I write
about it.
Like, okay, this is only way I feel loved, through writing. Then my mom saw it. African mother say, Jesus. Can you translate that?
The literal. If I'm going to translate that directly, you simply say, I think I should use pidgin. It's sweeter.
Yes, it's sweeter, actually.
You don't go reach river before you fetch water. Like, you don't go even reach road before you fetch water. And that's simply saying, this young lady, if we are not careful, before her father is able to say, bring yam, she'd have bring baby.
I swear to God. So
we are laughing about it now, but I can imagine the pain, how you would have felt about something as heavy as that being said to you as a child.
Yeah, like, it was really bad because as at then, Eniola is that girl that used to report those people that are into relationship in secondary school.
They mind your business.
I know they mind my business. I'll go report. Like, why will you be in a relationship? Then I could not even shake a guy because I went to the apostolic church. It is a sin. I would like shake a guy. No, devil is a liar. Do you get
it? Cannot happen.
But because she saw it, I'm laughing about it because I'm trying to understand her. Yes, I was hurt, but then again, she was just concerned as a mother.
So it's like safe to say you had come to a place of this thing that was done. I was hurt by it.
Yes,
it pains me.
Yeah.
However, I've also come to a place of understanding why it was done.
Exactly.
Not because these people necessarily hate me. They are my family and they are the first set of people who would love you. Yeah. But because they were watching out for you. But then we have our society shows tough love. Our parents show tough love.
Is that was out of
you
ignorance?
See people, I've had experiences of people beating up their son, like confirm you are shedding blood.
That's my mom. My mom would
she would deal with you. Kind of thing.
Now man is tough.
Yes, we have tough children. But at the same time, I believe that there are ways to handle these things without necessarily being that tough. Because the child grows up thinking that these people do not like me. Mm-hmm. And if we are not careful, I'm really grateful that you got to a place where you understood your parents and your mom, your siblings well enough to understand that these people don't hate me. They did it out of love. Yes, it was
Exactly.
tough love, but they did it out of love. But we have a lot of persons out there who, for the rest of their life, that relationship is
Yeah,
done.
that means
They
it's.
grow up and they are kind of persons that people that go to school, you
And they don't
practically
call,
beg them
yes,
to
to
come
come
back home.
home.
Oh, Niwale ni, come on.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
it's
My mom would not even allow that. Anytime, at some point, I realized that this woman that is giving me, like, anytime she wants to cook, my sister is there. She will not call my sister. It is Eniola that would help her in the kitchen. I now realize that it seems this woman cannot just let me breathe. I'll go to
it's
school like this. Hello, anytime we have holiday, come. It was my sister that said, "This girl is an adult for crying out
so
loud. Let her be."
basically she also is carrying some sense of fright rather, that this child I have to, with these things I've been saying,
I have to
I have
monitor.
to monitor. This child will not put me in trouble. But in the real sense, it was not like it was waywardness or anything. It
Exactly.
was just a point of understanding. They didn't understand
Yeah.
how you felt or what you were going through.
Exactly. So looking back at it now, I just realized that damn, these people they love me so much. You know, my sister, my mother, my father, like everyone. Like I look back and I realize that I have a lot of people that are ready to, support me, that love me so much and all that. So going back to that question you asked, I would say that anytime someone tells me, oh, or let me just say, anytime someone says something that could trigger this mentality or this ideology of
Or
me
bring
not
back
being
the pain.
enough, like, oh, because I battled with low self-esteem. So if someone says something that could bring that, sorry, that can bring back that memory, it triggers me, and then I react, and then they be like, oh, why are you so sensitive, my darling? I don't want to go back to that dark room. I don't want to be reminded that, oh, you are not enough. Oh, you are this, because I've worked so hard to get here, and I'm not ready to go back to being that child that I
Anymore.
was.
She has evolved. One question keeps echoing throughout the book. And that question is love ever enough? So right now, or at this emotional stage where you are, how will you answer that question?
Okay, thank you, Agnes.
Because I love it, it's okay. Oh.
Yes, so
Hey.
I would say that love is never enough. You can love somebody and then you feel like, oh, that's the best way I can love this person, and the person is not feeling loved. My mother tried to, love me the way she could, and she's still loving me the way she can, right? But then again, she, out of ignorance, let me say that, she was doing things to hurt me, thinking, oh, I'm doing it for the sake of love, like I love my child. So I would say love is not enough. There are some things that we need to understand.
Intentionality.
Do you understand? Intentionality, getting to know your child, understanding your child, regardless of what people say about that child. Or if I say, oh, this child is this child is that, like, get to know your child, not what people tell you about this child, not your own, perception about the child. Do you get? So I'll just say love is not enough. There are other factors to consider when choosing someone.
That's awesome. And I quite agree with it that love is not enough. But for me, add money. That's enough.
This guy is a gold
Add,
digger.
yes, I do the gold.
Yeah, you did gold for a living.
I did.
It's gold.
I did mine and self for a living. So add money. Love is enough. Thank you. And that brings us to a question of the church. The book, Dear Mom, expressed or showcased the church as giving more pain than being your refuge. In our society right now, where it's pretty risky to speak out loud against the church because we all believe it's a sacred body, or to speak out against any religious body
Yeah.
whatsoever, because this is sacred. How were you able to navigate that scene, navigate and express it in such a way that whoever reads can actually see, or whoever had experienced the same can actually relate?
Okay, Auntie Aggie, Aggie.
I'm nobody's auntie. I'm a baby girl.
You're my sister.
I don't know you, fam.
So I would say that, when we began this video, I said something that I was not saying my story per se. I just created characters.
Out of it.
Do you understand? That can actually relate with what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
So in that book, I did not say if they were experienced church. It was enough that as a child I was battling with low self-esteem because people would not stop talking about the way I look, which affected a lot of things. And then I go to church. I won't mention the church. Do you understand? But then again,
Mention.
my sisters, my cousins, they will be able to relate because God, like my siblings and my cousins, we hated going to church. Why? Because there's this segregation. That's how we felt. Like, imagine feeling that as a child. Child are innocent and they are like ignorant. You cannot tell me that if a child comes to tell you that, oh, there is discrimination in church, the child is lying. No.
Because they can feel it.
Because
You might not have immediate
yes,
words
we
for
cannot
it,
make
but
it
you
up
can
as
feel
as,
it.
as 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 children. So we hated going to church. And then me that was battling with people saying this about me, and then I go
It
to
was times
church
two.
and it was a lot. So church, like, we really need to do better as Christians
Christians.
or Muslims, as believers in general. Do you get?
Whatever thing you believe in.
Yes, because children, especially people in children department, children are like they are ignorant, and it is what you feed them with that they
Tabula
take in.
rasa.
Do you get? So we need to be very, very careful with the way we treat them, the way we talk to them, the way we relate with them. And that is all about, me bringing in church
The
in a
religious
different way,
sector.
though. Yes, in a different way.
And that's how you give us the image of the church in
Um,
Dear Mom. Thank you. If the girl in Dear Mom could see the woman, the beautiful, gorgeous, brilliant, intelligent woman sitting here today, what would she say to her?
oh, all those adjectives for me. Yes, I deserve
Bene.
it. I am beautiful. I am intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
I am, bold.
Clock it.
I'm everything
Clock
good that you can
it.
even, mention. Clock that. So, if the child or the girl in DMO sees this woman, she would be very proud. Because I wrote a poem about that. The girl at 14, 12, and the girl at 25. If there is something the girl at 25 would tell the girl at 10,
The girl.
14, 8, she would say, I am so proud of you.
What
I'm
you
so
have made.
proud of the woman. And I think that is enough to heal the girl at 18, at 14.
Because she has evolved.
Yes, because she has evolved.
She has become
Yes.
and is still becoming.
Exactly. So I want to tell the girl that you don't need to live in that dark room anymore. Look at you. And then let that girl, because the girl was not able to experience the love of a girl child, happy, innocent. But then again, at least she got to live that as an adult. So if I would tell her anything, I'll tell her that, oh, look at the girl now. You should be proud. The pain shaped
And we are
her.
proud. Yeah. A round of applause.
Yes, thank you.
This has been so insightful, an eye opener, and also a moment of being vulnerable. So thank you for sharing a part of you with us. Thank you for opening your heart to us. Before you go, um, we have been talking about Dear Mom, what brought about Dear Mom, why is this, why is that. So let's have like a little piece of Dear Mom. Let's let our audience hear. I'd like you to read to us.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's have it. I feel both ends of existence tug at me. Death, sweet surrender, and life's jagged insistence. The storm within me refuses to calm. Pain calls into memory, memory calls into duty, duty calls into love. Life and death are no longer opposite poles. They are twin forces.
Can you see what I was saying? This is just a tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Like those rhymes, and you can capture. It's like I can see this emotion. I want to hold it, but it's running away from me, kind of thing. I don't know what she's the writer here. I don't have words, but what I can say is from that short clip we had, the expression was warm. It was soft, However, is to draw your soul into the essence of the emotion that was being portrayed. And that is pain and sadness and a sense of wanting to belong, but I can't ask for it. I want to be given because I know being given is much more worthy than than asking for it. Thank you, Eniola. That was beautifully read, and we felt every emotion in it. To our beautiful audience, thank you for listening in. Thank you for staying tuned to the very end. We promise to do this often, and we are not just going to look at traumatic books alone.
Yes.
We are also going to look at happy books. However, emotion is emotion, whether sad, whether happy, whether love. Emotion is emotion, and we are going to delve into this periodically. Till next time, as we explore other stories, stay tuned. And do not forget to
Subscribe,
subscribe,
like,
like,
comment,
comment,
and
and
share.
share.
Thank you.
Bye.